Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I can tell you those ancient Greeks were not stupid. And yes, patience is still a virtue. Just hold on, take your time, and the truth will show up. Okay? Sometimes you have to get a shovel and dig a little bit for it. Sometimes more, sometimes less, sometimes it just parachute itself. Now here is parachuting itself, but it's not something that we did not expect. And I'm talking about Pakistan. I'm talking about Imran Khan, the former president, prime minister of Pakistan. His debacle, according to Imran Khan, from the orders of the United States of America, a not sovereign Pakistan and a Pakistan that works for a certain kind of state, if you know what I mean, or states. And I've been waiting after Imran Khan was ousted to see when Pakistan will, how should I put it, officially come forth and say, yes, we're going to give Ukraine everything. All right, well, that's not what the Indians did. At least they kept their, sovereignty and head high, saying, you know what, we are nobody's vassal state here. We don't get any money from you or from you. You want to be treated as equal. Well, Pakistan still wants billions of dollars in military aid from the states. This article comes from the New Voice of Ukraine. It's from today, January 10th, 2022. Pakistan plans to transfer ammunition to Ukraine. We already knew that you did. It's just now you can't just come clean. Got that one. Pakistan is preparing to send more than 100 containers of ammunition to Ukraine in January. The Economic Times reported on January 9th, citing people familiar with the matter. According to the sources, Pakistani shipping and brokerage firm Project Shipping plans to deliver 159 containers of ammunition for Ukraine from the port of Karachi to Gdansk. Oh, Gdansk again. Danzig? Ooh, where is Adolf? You didn't get that back yet? It's okay, neither will Mr. Scholz. Gdansk in Poland in the second half of January. Yeah, what can you do? They speak Polish in Gdansk or they speak German in Gdansk. The Economic Times noted that BBC Vesuvius ship will ferry crates full of 155 millimeter artillery shells, M4A2 propelling bag charges, M82 primers and PDM fuses, all vital supplies needed to sustain Ukrainian artillery units. Hurry, 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 because the Russians are breaking the front like at Stalingrad. What are you going to do? They already went through Soledar, and now they're going to go through Bakhmut and then go to where? To Lisbon. In exchange, Pakistan may receive Ukrainian assistance in the modernization of its Mi-17 helicopters, sources say. So not a big trade here, but at least it's a trade, you know what I mean? Earlier, commander of the ground forces of the armed forces of Ukraine, Oleksandr Syrsky, said that artillery shell consumption in the Russian-Ukraine war is comparable with World War II levels. NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg urged alliance members to increase arms production to support Ukraine, since NATO has depleted most of its stocks of surplus weapons and ammunition. That's bad. That's bad. Now, when I hear NATO weasels talking, when I hear United States military weasels talking, when I hear the German foreign minister, when I hear all these guys, hey, more weapons, more ammunition, more weapons, come on everybody. It sounds like it's a state of urgency. It's, how should I put it straight? They need to support those guys. if you cut this bloodline, they're done. I'm talking about Ukrainians. So the Western countries, basically, they support, I think, entirely right now their Ukrainian military with ammunition, weapons, and I'm assuming volunteers. Okay? So if that ends, if the Germans, the Pakistani, the whomever do not produce weapons and do not produce ammunition for Ukraine, Ukraine is done. It's done. I think even is depleted in the personnel. But this urgency, they're all calling, come on man, you gotta chip in. No, you chip in. Come on everybody now. It's such a, what's the rush? The rush is those guys are losing, that's the problem. And without this, they probably don't have anything to use but rocks and sticks to throw at the Russian tanks. Anyway, they're gonna get tanks now. I mean, they got tanks before this. I found out a clear number about 3 days or 4 days ago, maybe more, from an article stating that Poland gave Ukraine 240 tanks, Russian, Soviet style, whatever, 240. I was under the impression that they didn't give anything like that. I thought that the 80 tanks that Slovenia was giving through Netherlands and the United States, 40 will be upgraded by the Dutch and 40 will be upgraded by the Americans. It will be like 80 tanks. No, I think it was T-72 or T-72, I think it was. I said, well, Slovenia. Anyway, but whatever. Then I saw Slovakia. I said, hey, Czech Republic, I'm sorry. I think Slovakia too. But it was something like a tank or 3 tanks or nothing. When I heard Poland 240, yeah, but they're gonna get Abrams instead because, I don't know, they're gonna start a war or something. I don't see the Poles being... Their military moves indicate with a high certainty that the Poles are getting ready for a hot war. And they're not ready for the Russians to get their border and try to conquer Gdansk for the Germans, weasels, for the weasel Germans. No, not that. Or Danzig, however you want to call it, depending on what kind of... I'm assuming in Germany it's taboo to say Danzig anymore. Gdansk, ja, das ist, ja, eine wunderbar, whatever, Burg. Anyway, this is what's going on. So the way the Poles are arming, they're ready to fight like 10 Russias and I don't know, 10 USs. But hey, if they have the money, if they have the honey, let's go, do it. It's your money, it's your population. You how do you call it? You weaken your population. Your population gets poorer, not the Russian population, yours, because you get weapons, but the revenue that you will use for other things, other projects, you use them for weapons. Too much for what? 500 HIMARS. I will keep pounding that. And then you get what? The Abrams. I can't remember how many they ordered, but again, hundreds or something. I can't remember exactly the number, but I know it was like hundreds. Anyway, good for them, good for them. So maybe they order it so they can give it to their friends, Ukrainians, after they take their western territory. Yeah, do you think they don't have both eyes on those territories? I'm talking about Polska. Yeah, Polska is bim, 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 bam. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.